Good morning and welcome in, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, let's go over a quick overview of what is transpiring so far this early morning. We've got XRP up just about 0.8% in the morning. We're sitting at about the 56.6 cent mark. We had a good day yesterday, and we had some big news that broke yesterday as well about the XRP trust being created by Grayscale. I've got not just the information, I've got their official release here. So we're going to read through that today. It'll keep us all on the right page, and we won't have any questions, and I won't have to read any article trying to state what's going on, and we'll be able to get every piece of information we need. We'll take a look to see if XRP can continue today, have a continuation, see if we can push up near that 60 cent mark. We have a thinly traded weekend after tonight at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. when the stock market closes, but after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when the after hours closes, and then you'll have that really thinly traded weekend. So we'll see what direction we think we'll take this weekend, and if we think we can get a continuation up to 60 cents and beyond. Right now we're looking very nice. We look very nice right now. We were able to back test and not fall too far. We came down a little bit, but we didn't come down much. It's kind of interesting that we pulled up right here the way we did. We could be using the W right here. This could be our nice reversal. Then it came into kind of like a flag, and now it's looking to push out. If we come back up, we're looking at first area 58.6 cents roughly. And then if we were to break down, we've got a breakdown area where we could technically, I suppose, hit back here at 54.1, but you don't really want to come back into there. If we want to have a continuation, we'd like to just continue. Right now we're trying to bounce off the 56.4. These are two separate pivot points that if we were unable to hold 56.4, we got 55.4 underneath, which we bounced off one time. Right now, if we bounce off this, though, we're going back up to 58. And then if we break past there, it's going to be a much sweeter move here. So it's a very, very dicey spot we're in. But the fact we're over the 2018 resistance, we back tested here a little bit as far as a consolidation. We formed a reversal pattern very nicely here, and if we can push past this region, we're gonna topple some gains here, so it'll be nice. But we have to see if we can have this continuation up. And last night during the live, we talked about H-bar, how H-bar is getting very close to a move. We talked about the inverse head and shoulders. We talked about buying it right here at 500, 501, and this morning it's up to what is it right now? 5.2. So it's up almost 3% right now. Could we get a little consolidation this morning? We could. But we targeted the move right up to about 5.42. So we'll see if we continue moving up. It seems to be doing exactly what it needs to in this little transparent push. So pay attention to H-bar as the day goes on. We'll talk a lot more about H-bar in the live tonight. But I wanted to touch base on H-bar real quick. I still anticipate it to come up a little bit farther here, as it looks like it should come up into this region. In fact, let's put a price label here, and then we'll get into the XRP analysis. I don't want to touch base on much other than XRP this morning, but this was something we talked about last night, and the fact that it's up over 3% since we talked about it, it's warranted that we talk. So 54.50 areas where it should be coming up to if it continues to play true. So, but expect a little bit of a consolidation just because we're into the morning hours now. You know, everything that starts to go up during the night, we do get little consolidations. So pay attention to that. We'll get through the reading, and we'll do everything we need to do with XRP, but I need to timestamp this very quickly. Make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. Just by hitting that like button, YouTube recommends this. It becomes viewable for all. We become part of the algorithm, and all this means is that when you scroll through the YouTube news feed, my content will pop up. If you don't hit that like button, they won't promote it, they won't advertise it, and you'll have to search for it. So a new member is never going to find us. Older members still may not find us because it's not out in front of them. So make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this content. So I'm going to timestamp this very quickly, and then we're going to get into the morning analysis. Good morning. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, September 13th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see, XRP's hanging on, moving along. And if we can stay moving up, We should be coming to that cup and handle resistance right now, which we need to flip to support at 61.3 cents. That is where it appears to me that we might be going. And some might ask, Tom, I'm going to trade this one. Where should I have my stop loss? I think if you have it below 55.4 cents, you're good. Because if it comes below that, I think that the pattern will probably reverse. Not saying that to be a bearer of bad news, but, or you could even have a stop loss right here underneath 56 cents. Saying that if it breaks that, well, then we have to consolidate further down. But right now, we're trying to consolidate. And we've done a good job overnight. But we need to see if this is going to be a bullish continuation, because we do have a nice golden cross here in the hourly that was nicely supported. A golden cross that was just formed in the 2 hourly. So we need to see if this is a beautiful continuation, or if we're going to start coming back down here. We have an exhaustion to the top, so we need to see if we're going to melt back up at least and touch that, even if bearish. So it's going to be a very interesting morning this morning. If I'm being honest, this is going to be one of those mornings where might not look so hot in the beginning, but we'll see if it can power through by, mid-afternoon. But it definitely looks like something's forming here. Just we've been a little bearish in this range. That's the only thing. We need to stay on 56.4 and start pushing up. Otherwise, we could find ourselves back at 55.4. And the one thing that makes me doesn't look so beautiful to me is, like, if you look at this 30-minute, I would have loved to have seen this pull down and try to do a W reversal. This is a terrible looking W. That's a terrible looking W on the back end. Not saying it can't play out, but you want to see a Gartley. This almost looks like a setup for a fake out. But we'll keep positive. We'll stay positive, but just understand that's not the most exciting looking W if you're asking me. But that doesn't mean we can't continue out of here. It leaves me areas of concern. So, and it looks like it's trying to possibly reverse here. We'll have to be careful here. Right now it looks like an inverted hammer, but if it pulls down any more here in the next 11 minutes, this is going to be a sign of a reversal in the 15. But a lot of analysis, a lot of stuff to look at this morning. It's fantastic. The XRP Bitcoin pairing at the 970 sat level. We had a beautiful move that we were able to ride it. We front ran that move up. But now I'm looking at the consolidation. And right now 964 is everything. If it can hold 964, that's a big pivot point. And so far we have, looks like it created a big W reversal here too. I don't know, because it looks like it could come down one more little spot here. But after that, it's possible that this reverses back up. But we do look like we have a little bear flag formed here this morning. It does, and a bull flag in the RSI, which means the RSI is probably going to shoot towards oversold, which I have my RSI inverted if you're new. So it's not heading towards overbought. It's actually heading towards oversold when it moves up, and on the way down, it's overbought. Because I like to invert it. Kind of a way to see what my audience is paying attention to. And I like it that way. But it looks like a small bear flag this morning. If it does play out bear flaggy, that should bring us right back down to 957. If we can reverse this, however, then we'll probably make our run back up. We'd have to break through this 990, but we may break right back up to 101 if it does. So a lot to watch. A lot of optimism here this morning to have. A lot of optimism. The XRP market cap is still painfully below where we need to go. It's up 0.75%, up 251.775 million. But it's below where we need it. If I'm being honest, we need to get up. And we need to start coming up towards this is where we broke down out of this formation. That's still pretty high up above us. That's up at 40.1 billion. And we need to get back up there. That was a little channel that we had formed. And being on the bottom side of it, it was very bearish. And now we paid for our sins. We came all the way back down to that back test at 22.486 billion, which is actually a tremendous accomplishment. I know it doesn't seem like it, but when you break out and then you back test something like this, that's the ultimate sign of bullishness. So now we very well might be coming up to that 40.1 billion in time. It's just, you know, we have to reverse a bearish bias. Looks like a little big W was formed here possibly. But we have to see if we can continue up. If we continue up towards that market cap, price is appreciating very nicely. If we come up here, XRP is going to be pushing 70 cents. If we start pushing that area. So we'll see. I'm very excited about this opportunity and this potential here for XRP. We're significantly undervalued, in my opinion. That rising channel, we've atoned for our sins here. The rising channel, yes, we have to break down and reset. But, I mean, we've more than paid for our sins here. Let's just get the size of this channel. I mean, it broke down right here. Came all the way down, filled the technical move down. So, I mean, we've fulfilled what we need to do on the XRP market cap. So now there's a very real chance we can come up to 40.1 billion if this reverses properly here. So pay attention to that. A lot of optimism here when it comes to XRP. And then Bitcoin right now is up 0.24%, so 1/4 of 1% or 140 points to 58,270. Bitcoin's still looking decent. The only thing that's bad about Bitcoin, it has created this short-term inverse head and shoulders. You can see it in the 2-hourly pretty nicely. Is that we have these pending death crosses here in the daily. Not even pending, we've created a death cross, but we're trying to invalidate it. And we need to start pushing up. That is a short-term inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin, though. So if there's ever going to be a time to reverse it, it's going to be now if it can bounce off of here. And then we'll start pushing back up towards 67,000 area. And it's going to be quick if we go up there. So just pay attention to this morning. And then if we break down 55,282s underneath, but it looks like we're trying to bounce off an inverse pattern here with Bitcoin. So would I be surprised if it continued on? No, I would not actually. So we have to pay attention to that. Bye, Michaela. So we'll talk about this as well. Commodities and precious metals we'll talk about later. Gold's up about $8. First Majestic, I don't really look into the pre-market, but First Majestic's up 1.5%. B2 Gold's basically the same price. But I don't like to look at pre-market because they go around too much, so we just look at the day from yesterday. Now we need to read this before I run out of time. So Grayscale Investment launches Grayscale XRP Trust. Firm remains committed to providing clients with convenient, familiar access to crypto investment opportunities as markets continue to evolve. So Grayscale Investments, this is from Globe Newswire, an asset management firm with expertise in crypto investing offering more than 20 crypto investment products, today announced the creation and public launch of Grayscale XRP Trust, the Trust. The Trust offers investors the opportunity to gain exposure to XRP, the token powering the XRP ledger, a distributed peer-to-peer network created to facilitate cross-border financial transactions. We believe Grayscale XRP Trust gives investors exposure to a protocol with an important real-world use case, said Grayscale head of product and research, Rayani Sharif Askari, by facilitating cross-border payments that take just seconds to complete. XRP has the potential to transform the legacy financial infrastructure. The trust is now open for daily subscription by eligible individual and institutions accredited investors. The trust functions like Grayscale's other single asset investment trusts and solely invested in the token underpinning the XRP ledger. This press release is not an offer to sell or the solicitation of an offer to buy any security in any jurisdiction. Bye, Scar. Have a good day at school. Where such an offer or solicitation would be illegal. Nor shall there be any scale of any security in any jurisdiction in which such offer, solicitation, or sale would be unlawful prior to registration or qualification under the securities laws of the jurisdiction. Grayscale intends to attempt to have share of new products quoted on a secondary market. However, there is no guarantee that Grayscale will be successful. Although the shares of certain products have been approved for trading on a secondary market, investors in the new products should not assume that the shares will ever obtain such an approval due to a variety of factors, including questions regulators such as the SEC, FINRA, or other regulatory bodies may have regarding such products. As a result, shareholders of such products should be prepared to bear the risk of investment in the shares indefinitely. To date, certain products have not met their investment objective, and the shares of such product quoted on OTC markets have not reflected the value of the digital assets held by such products. Less such products, expenses, and other liabilities, but have instead traded at a premium over such value, which at times has been substantial. There have also been instances where the shares of certain products have traded at a discount. About Grayscale Investment. Grayscale enables investors to access the digital economy through a family a future forward investment product. Founded in 2013, Grayscale has a decade-long track record and deep expertise as an asset management firm. With expertise in crypto investing, investors, advisors, and allocators turn to Grayscale for single asset, diversified and thematic exposure. For more information, yada, yada, yada. So that's good information. I want to release this to everybody on this early morning so you get this information. Make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this content. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto around the world or in the USA with no KYC or VPN, look in the video description below and our pinned comments, and also on my home page. Just click on my my Tom's Army picture and you'll see links and all. But you can join BITUNIX or HOTCOIN. I encourage you to join both. On BITUNIX, lowest spot leverage trading fees. It's my A1. But on HOTCOIN, you get the XRP Bitcoin pairing. And then you can copy trade me as well. We're up 268%. We had a 22% gainer yesterday. Looking for that next move today. So we'll continue to monitor. If you want to show me personal support, I'd greatly appreciate that. You can send a YouTube super chat. You can donate via Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, sign XRP, or join Tom's Army. Have a blessed morning, everybody. I got to get going. Got to get my son to school in a little bit. And I want to make sure I get myself ready. And then I will do an update later this morning as well. A short. Thank you all so much.